It's Christmas time, 2015, time to look back and to think about what opportunities there are in the stock markets. And just prior to Christmas, we have a good example in the market, and that is the success of Star Wars in the movies. Now, who owns Star Wars? Well, it's Disney. Disney listed on the stock market in the United States. And here we have an example how many investors miss a boat. Typically, the investors don't research enough. They think they know what a company is about. So the consensus was over the last years for most investors that Disney is amusement parks and Mickey Mouse. But in reality, Disney is much more. Apart from the amusement parks, which deliver very nice cash flow, Disney owns ABC, the TV company, the television broadcasting company of the United States, a very major big force. But the most important thing that has happened over the last 10 years with Disney is that step by step, they've grown into the best media content company. They have realized the long-term trend, and that is that more and more people in the world have access to gadgets, to devices, TVs, laptops, smartphones, and so forth, and they have more and more time, leisure time. And what they need is media content that can be sold all over the world, where there is an audience all over the world. So, what did Disney do? In 2008, they acquired Pixar from Steve Jobs, the #2 animation studio, with wonderful films like Finding Nemo, Toy Story, Cars, etc. And then in 2012, they acquired Lucasfilms, the owner of Star Wars and Indiana Jones. And just a short time before that, they acquired Marvel Entertainment, the company that owns Spider-Man, for instance. So they have a huge library full of very, very well-known, famous, established movies, comic figures, and so forth. And they can play the whole game of online marketing, merchandising. They can bring out old films in new versions. They can make a series out of that. And that is most valuable. And with Star Wars, they have proven that they can do it. So the big dollars that they spend, for instance, $4 billion for Lucasfilms and $4 billion also for Marvel, were very well spent dollars. Now, what does that mean now for the investor? Now, those that did not look in depth into the strategy of Disney missed a big opportunity, because over the last 10 years, Disney has gone up by 4 times in the price on the stock market, 4 times. And what can we learn from this? What we learn is, number 1, do your proper research, but don't be stuck with details of balance sheets and so forth, but try to get the big picture. And just by observing something major happening in the markets outside of the stock market, like a success in the movies, that is what a good investor should do. Once or twice a year, he should observe if something spectacular is happening. And then he has to figure out how he can profit from that. Now, with that, I would like to close the old year 2015 and wish you all the best for 2016. And I do hope that you will come across many of these wonderful opportunities so that you can profit from the stock market. Goodbye.